What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Dude Hunt Show. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a 7-round mock draft of the Jacksonville Jaguars. With the NFL season getting ready to about coming to an end after Sunday with the Super Bowl, I'm going to go ahead and doing a mock draft for every single NFL team, a 7-round mock draft for each team. And we're going to try to get these all done before the compensatory picks come out within a month or so. And then once the compensatory picks are released, I'll be doing some mock drafts in mid-March and another 7-round mock draft for every NFL team a little bit after free agency begins. So we are live on YouTube right now. So I will go ahead and begin the 7-round mock draft for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So number one, there's no really surprise here. Trevor Lawrence. Every single mock draft has the Jaguars taking Trevor Lawrence. It's no surprise it's going to happen. Probably one of the most obvious draft choices in recent memory. I mean, it's just, it's going to happen. No surprise there at number one. At number 25, they have 2 first-round picks. I absolutely love this pick here. These picks were from a recent mock draft simulator I did from Pro Football Network. So that is how I got these picks. Christian Barmore, 25. I doubt he'll be there, but that's an A-plus pick to me. I mean, you need defensive linemen really, really bad. You need somebody else. I mean, you have Josh Allen from Kentucky, a rookie from a couple years ago, but you need somebody else with him. You need somebody to, take over Ndakwe's spot. I mean, he was, traded within this past year, and they need a good defensive tackle. And something interesting about the Jaguars is that their new defensive line coach actually coached at Alabama while Christian Barmore was there. So that's definitely something to look into if Barmore is still available at 25. But I really like Christian Barmore being there. If he's there, to me, that's a great pick by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, 33, this is very unlikely to happen. I don't know how he slid. Kadarius Toney, that's an A-plus pick too. Because you have Trevor Lawrence, who's, one of the best draft prospects in a long time. Then you have DJ Chark, who I like Chark a lot. I think he's one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL. Kadarius Toney's my favorite receiver in the draft. And I think he could be excellent with Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville's offense. And great pick there. Best player available, definitely. I mean, that's a team need. They need some more wide receivers, and that's best player available. That would really help their offense and make Trevor Lawrence more comfortable in their offense. So with their they have 2 second-round picks. With the 45th pick overall, they take Brevin Jordan. It gives Trevor Lawrence another weapon on the offensive side of the ball. Jordan's one of the best tight ends in the draft. Most people have Kyle Pitts number 1, and some people have Brevin Jordan number 2. And Brevin Jordan's around that top 3 range for tight ends. And Tyler Eifert, they had him last season, but he is a free agent. But Brevin Jordan, to me, he can do just about everything. He's not great at anything. I mean, he's not great at a certain thing. He just does everything really, really well. And if you're a team who needs a tight end, and if you have bigger team needs, you may be better off, taking a Brevin Jordan in the mid-second, rather than taking a guy like Kyle Pitts in the first, depending, what you need. But Brevin Jordan, to me, in the second round will be a really nice pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. As we begin the third round, pick 65, Liam Eichenberg. They need some offensive linemen. Their offensive line isn't really good. You need to give, you're a quarterback of the future, a quarterback of the next decade, Trevor Lawrence, some linemen to protect. So I think Liam Eichenberg will be a really nice pick here. I don't think he's going to be here, though, but if he is, that's a great value. And that'll be really one of the better steals of the draft. So as we go to round 4, the pick 100, these picks, these pick numbers, they're not set in stone. They're obviously going to change, shortly once the compensatory picks come out. But pick 100 is Aaron Robinson. They need some corners. AJ Boye, they've lost him not too long ago. Ramsey not too long ago. They just need, it's one really good corner. And I think this would be a nice pickup here in the 4th round. Really put this would be a nice pick in round 4 for the Jaguars. I kind of mentioned earlier about how Josh Allen needs some more help on the defensive line, and I think this next pick here would really help Josh Allen. Edge rusher from Penn State, Shaka Toney, in the 4th round. I think that would be a tremendous pick. There's lots of edge rushers in the later rounds I like. Quincy Roche, Shaka Toney, Peyton Turner from Houston. There's a lot of good guys in the later rounds. Jordan Smith from UAB, Patrick Jones from Pittsburgh, but he's rising up a lot, potentially even mid-second. I've seen stuff even early for late first. But there's lots of edge rushers in the mid rounds I like. If Shaka Toney will not be available here, those guys I just mentioned, like Peyton Turner or Quincy Roche, if either of them are available, those would also be really nice picks as well. I think that would be a tremendous pick for the Jaguars in the 4th round. As we go to the 5th round, the Jaguars need some more linebackers. They signed Joe Schobert, but I think Tony Fields, a linebacker from West Virginia, would be a really nice spot here. I don't think he will be available because, he had a really nice Senior Bowl and, good practices at the Senior Bowl, so I think he'll move over time. But if he's there in the 5th round, I think that'd be a tremendous pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And rounds 5, 6, and 7, teams, if there's nobody great available, some teams, tend to go, depth or somebody who may not help them now, but maybe help them in the future. But their other 5th-round pick, Tariq Thompson from San Diego State, I like him a lot. I think he could be a potential sleeper in the draft. He's had a decent amount of interceptions through his collegiate career. I think that would be a pretty good pick there. Probably one of the best players available at that point. Good pick there by Jacksonville. And I know we already drafted Liam Eckenberg from Notre Dame. I have them taking another offense tackle here in their first 7th-round pick, Tommy Doyle from Miami, Ohio. Doyle's a really underrated prospect. He's a sleeper. Tommy Doyle, maybe Josh Ball from Marshall, something like that here in the 7th round, I think would make some sense. You have a little bit more depth at the offensive line position because you can never have too many good offensive linemen. And I think this would be a good pick here, good value pick. And, he has a chance to make the team. For instance, Miami, Ohio last season, Doug Costin, he was one of their players they signed as an undrafted free agent. He was also from Miami, Ohio, and he ended up making the team and having some starts. So, I think that'd be a good pick there, and I think he has potential to make the team. So, with the last pick of their draft and their 7th-round pick, I had the Jacksonville Jaguars taking running back Master Teague. I think at some point in the draft, Urban Meyer is going to have the, not really Ohio State bias, but, he'll pick an Ohio State player at some point in the draft, and I think this would be a really great spot to do so. James Robinson, to me, their rookie running back last season, was easily the best rookie running back in the NFL this past season. Nobody even comes close, in my opinion. I know Edwards-Helaire might have had better stats, but you look at James Robinson, what he was able to do, and, the Jaguars won their first game, and they lost 15 straight, and they're passing a lot, and James Robinson was still able to have so many yards and touchdowns. He was very, very impressive, but I think Master Teague here would just be a little, it's basically a depth pick. Not a guarantee to make the team, but if he does, I think he could get a couple carries once every now and then with the Jacksonville offense. But yeah, if you're a Jaguars fan, I think this draft overall would be pretty good. I mean, realistically, you could have, if you have a decent free agency, and if you have this, you could have 5-6 wins this season. Last year you had one. That's a really nice improvement. So we'll go ahead and check this, go recap this draft one more time here. So obviously, Trevor Lawrence, number 1, Christian Barmore, the 1st round, Kadarius Toney in the 2nd, Brevin Jordan in the 2nd, Liam Eckenberg in the 3rd, Aaron Robinson in the 4th, Shaka Toney in the 4th, Tony Fields in the 5th, Tariq Thompson in the 5th, Tommy Doyle in the 7th, and Master T, the running back of Ohio State, in the 7th as well. So like I said, I'm going to be doing this of every single NFL team, trying to get these done before the compensatory picks come out. So thank you all for watching this video. If you could like this video and more importantly, subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for listening, and I will see you next time on the Sports 200 Show.